What a time to be alive. Beautiful bit of sun. Did Jesus have a girlfriend?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
You know, like a bae, a shorty, a boothang, sugar muffin. Someone that they send an inordinate amount of TikToks to and share their Wordle scores with. Well, every now and then, that kind of question gets surfaced again. Probably the most recent was when Dan Brown released his book, The Vinci Code, and it kind of had the story of Jesus and Mary Magdalene having a bloodline that had survived history. The reality is the best works of fiction always include just enough truth to get you to ask that question. The reality is, though, there is no evidence historically that Jesus ever had a girlfriend. But if you're wondering where someone might get that idea from, then head on over to our YouTube channel where we're going to talk about it more. If you're already on YouTube, run the intro. So if you've ever read or watched the Da Vinci Code, you know that there's kind of this underlying theme within it that, hey, there are some documents that Christians know about, but they've deliberately not included in the collection of documents they call the Bible because they're trying to cover something up. And again, like, this is not a dig at Dan Brown, it's a work of fiction, okay? But the truth is, scholars and historians have always known about these documents. The reason that they're just not included in the collection of documents that Christians call the Bible is because, well, we simply can't verify their authenticity. And it was a really common practice in the early centuries that if you wanted to get your message across, then you would attribute a really prominent name in whatever area you were trying to get your message across to it. It's kind of like an influencer promoting a product today. If people wanted to get a message across when it came to Christianity or change an idea, they'd attribute it to someone like Thomas, who was really prominent, or Mary, who was really prominent in the Jesus movement. But just so you know, I'm not making this stuff up. Let's have a look at a couple of examples. And one of these documents is called the Gospel of Mary, and it was written in the mid-2nd century. And effectively in this document, it's a conversation between Peter and Andrew, two prominent Jesus followers, and Mary. And again, we have about half of this document in its entirety, but there's one line where Peter and Andrew say, "Sister, our Lord loved you like no other woman." That's literally it. Like that, how do you get wife out of that? You can get so many other things, someone he really cared about, someone he liked, a dear friend. But I think it's a massive stretch to say, well, Mary was his girlfriend and they were married with 2 children. Another document that rose to prominence in 2012 is called the Gospel of Jesus' Wife. And it's not really a gospel, it's actually just 7 lines on a piece of papyrus. It was brought forth by Karen King of the Harvard Divinity School. And of the 7 lines, there's only one line that references Jesus' wife, and it's the line that says, "Jesus said, my wife." Now that could mean so many things, but there's a little twist to this plot. Because right before Karen King is about to publish this in the Harvard Theological Journal, the journal pull it. And everyone's trying to figure out why did they not publish it. Well, it turns out that they wanted to do some more scientific tests on the papyrus. And what they discovered when they ran tests on the papyrus is, A, the papyrus was from the medieval period, so it wasn't dated before the 5th century, and the ink contained elements that would not have been found in medieval or 1st century inks, which led scientists to believe that this document was in fact a forgery. So while it may be an interesting storyline and a work of fiction to imagine what it would be like if Jesus had a girlfriend or he was married, there is no evidence at all that Jesus did in fact have a girlfriend. Hey, we hope you found this video helpful. If you've got some follow-up questions, leave them in the comments below and I'd love to answer them in a future video. But for now, like, subscribe, and check out some of our other videos.